Drew McIntyre makes his entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to
Oh
tell
boy.
y'all right now, Drew McIntyre has been on fire.
Yes, he has.
But he walks out to the ring, and who comes down to follow him? Seth freaking Rollins. Perfect. Now, Seth Rollins, y'all, I think he's drowning right now
Yeah.
He's
because
clowning.
Cody Rhodes is cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after tonight, I'll say Cody Rhodes is cooking.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock is cooking. Roman Reigns has his chance to cook on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yep.
I think this was Seth Rollins' chance to cook. He went in that ring, and Drew McIntyre cooked. What did y'all think about this segment?
I think
Well,
which way you want to go, Kerry? You want to go first?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
he cooked last week with The Rock in the ring. Like, that was good. This was a step back from that. That's all I was gonna say. And yeah, he's still not getting serious. And it's making me mad. He's still wearing these weird suits, doing the laughing. The crowd is chanting "whoa, whoa," because they got nothing else to chant when it comes to Seth Rollins. It's this was rough. This comes from the author of Diarrhea Dwayne too. Like, that wasn't Cody. Cody just stood back and didn't even open his mouth with that
Yeah.
segment. If you remember, he made sure he's clear. So yeah, Seth Rollins, he has to betray Cody. That's his only way out.
He has to.
Yeah.
He needs something, and he needs something bad. I love Seth Rollins. Well, I used to. They've killed his character. They've killed him as a wrestler. He's just been damaged. I don't know if it's irreparable damage, if that's the word I'm looking for. But Drew McIntyre, I thought he was hurt too bad as well. But he came
Yeah.
back and he recovered, and he looks like he should be in the guy in the ring with Cody, The Rock, and Roman, not
Yeah.
Seth.
I must agree. I think the issue with Seth is not irreparable. I just think he needs to go away and come back serious. I think that's the way you
Yeah.
kind of fix this, because Seth is a big enough star to go through what he's going to and be able to build himself back up. If Drew McIntyre can do it after losing to Seth 3 times in a row on Monday Night Raw, I believe that Seth Rollins is more than capable enough to do so. And when you mention like as a wrestler, Kenny, what do you mean? Like, you mean like his wrestling in general in the ring as well? You feel has taken a step back?
No, Seth Rollins, I think he's still, you know what? I don't think his wrestling. I don't think so. I think he's still one of the best in the world when it comes to
Agreed.
wrestling, but I still just really can't take him serious, even when he's in there putting it on, just because of all the goofy stuff around his character.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree with you too. I think he needs to go away, and the fact that the fans are asking for this, because it's not just me, it's not just you guys. There are people literally saying, "Please, just give me some time to miss Seth," because Seth has been around forever, dude. And it's like, we get it. You know, you're the workhorse. You are the guy when it comes to being there and carrying this company, but we just need a break. We need you to go away, take your time, come back with a new gimmick. It's almost, not to bring up the other side, but it's almost like John Moxley. Like, sometimes people get tired of seeing John Moxley. He's been around constantly since the beginning of his run. There's been no break. So you just want a break from that. That's just my opinion when it comes to Seth.
You're old enough. You've done enough. You're good. Let
Yeah.
somebody else come up too. And there's more opponents for you to face. There you go. And yeah, Seth Rollins has taken a step back from like 2015 Seth Rollins, but he's still Seth freaking Rollins. He's
Agreed.
amazing in the ring. So it's obviously good. But I want to make a point about Drew McIntyre. He said this himself that, hey, WWE, they've left him a little bit more free when it comes to his promos. Now it's almost like he's back in the indies with the amount of freedom he has. So he gets to take his character with the writers, obviously cooperating with them, into a certain direction. And it clearly shows that he has freedom. And this is very much akin to, how things were back in the Attitude Era days. And, you can't do this with everybody. But Drew McIntyre is talented enough that, hey, it's showing. Like, he was done. Like, I don't think many people could have recovered from the position that Drew McIntyre recovered from in like just a couple of weeks. Now all he does is icing on cake. Like, I didn't even want to see him at WrestleMania. Now I want to see him win the title so he can cut more promos. And for the first time ever, I think after he wins the title, he will actually do something worthwhile. That was his biggest problem, because like the first time when he won the title, it was amazing. The Royal Rumble match with Brock Lesnar. After that, after winning, like he went from here to here. Now I don't have that fear anymore. So yeah, Drew McIntyre is in a good path, man. And like you said, Kenny, instead of Seth cooking, Drew cooked, and he's gonna continue to do so as long as they let him free.
Yeah.
I have to agree. And one last thing before we move on, if Seth isn't re-signed yet, how all the dirt sheets claim, he's making a really, really, really big argument on why he should be paid whatever he wants at this point, because he's established himself as a heel, and you can even say a tweener, because he's a heel that people like to cheer at this point. People really likes what Drew is doing, and I think now you have a shot to really solidify him as a main roster guy, which he has been, but I mean like a main eventer, because he fell off from there for a little while. I think he's back now, and I think you got to keep him up there and keep him hot.
Yep, I agree. He's back. I mean, and just like the things he says, like he's saying what everybody else is thinking. Like Seth Rollins gets in there, night one, this is going to be so huge. Me, Roman, and The Rock. Drew said no. What should be huge is you facing me, the guys who are in here. That's your problem. You focus on the wrong thing where you need to be focused on this. So, we'll see where it goes. But do y'all think Drew takes the belt from him at Mania?
Oh, 100%. I'm just hoping that Damian Priest doesn't crush that. Because now that's the only thing that scares me, that I'm like, all right, what do you do with Damian? But for me, Drew, he needs his moment, man. And you can, and I think it would be, I think arguably, I don't think it would be career killing, but it would damage his character right now after losing to Seth so much, to build him back up, to then have him lose again. Tough scene, man.
Yeah, and he's taking those jabs at CM Punk, who will be on WWE Raw next week. So CM Punk is saying, I'm not being left out of WrestleMania. I will be there, and I will be on Raw next Monday. So what do y'all think we're setting up? Do we get the special guest referee match?
With the injured bicep or whatever, I think you can move it. Maybe you can count with the other one.
Yeah, he can do it. He can do it.
Yeah, he might injure himself again making a count, though. So I don't know. He might injure the other arm.
He's going to be a host in a wheelchair, so he doesn't move physically.
Make sure personally, bro, I think that he's going to be a host and somehow insert himself as a special referee into that match.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because Drew's still taking these jabs at him. Like, I cost CM Punk this match. I cost him this match. So CM Punk might just come in there and cost him his world title match.
I don't know if I would like to see that. I kind of want to see.
I wouldn't.
I kind of want to see Punk. Like, I kind of want to see Drew hold it all the way to SummerSlam and then have Punk take it off him. But I don't know what they're going to do with Priest, man. Do you have him fill his cash-in? That would be, 2 years in a row? Because they had Theory cash in for the U.S. title, which kind of brought the Money in the Bank from, like, up here to all the way down here. So I don't know what they're doing. I feel like they should have just pulled the trigger on Priest a long time ago, man, during the summer.
They like him for sure, but now, like, you put Priest over there with Drew, with CM Punk. Priest is, he's not there.
I don't know, man. I would have him fail, but then the importance of that Money in the Bank just keeps dwindling. There's people already saying, just forget about Money in the Bank, get rid of it. So that just keeps dwindling it down.
I don't think they need to get rid of it, but having the wrestlers hold it all year when you don't want to pull the trigger is not a good thing. So I don't think you should get rid of it, but just make it more spontaneous, like have them cash in just a few months or whatever. Don't have it around all year. But I think Damian Priest is probably going to cash it in at Mania. I don't think he's going to get it either.
Wow.
I think they're going to keep that belt on Drew McIntyre to either have CM Punk take it off of him or to put Drew McIntyre over Punk. But I don't think Priest is going to get that. I mean, it has to go away because Money in the Bank is coming up pretty soon.
I agree. But I'll book something for y'all right here. CM Punk counts the 1, 2, 3, and Drew McIntyre wins the match. Damian Priest tries to cash in, but CM Punk says, nah, my brother. And he GTS's Damian Priest, and then he tells Drew, I'm going to take it from you.
I mean, but what do you do with the Money in the Bank at that point? Because you just buried Damian Priest.
I mean,
now you got to do another cash in.
Bro,
I mean, you could do it.
Judgment Day's been cooked, bro. Anyway, like to me, it's like I don't look for them.
Truth.
Like, man, it's been cooked, bro. Like, I don't know. And somebody said something really true. They said that Damian Priest has not teased cashing in on the undisputed title not once. Like, they've kept that Money in the Bank so far away from that title, kind of crazy.
Yeah. But see, they could cook with that, though. If that did happen and CM Punk hit him with a GTS, when CM Punk does face Drew, if CM Punk wins the championship, you turn it around and have Damian Priest come take it from CM Punk, since he most likely would get injured in that match. So I think it could work.
I agree.